the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial, again continuing with the theme of Five Nights at Freddy's 6, otherwise known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Today we are doing Happy Frog. So before we start the video, I want to give a huge shout out to the designers of this statue. This was designed by RedXPhones and also _Deadpool_. So again, credit where credit is due. I'll leave their information in the description, as well as a link to RedXPhones' DeviantArt, because he posts a bunch of statues on there. And if you want to go check them out, you can, I guess. And it also has a few that will be appearing on the channel soon. So if you want to get a sneak peek, that's again a option. Now, anyways, this is another one of the statues that has a dynamic pose in terms of the arms, so worry about that later on. But before we worry about that, of course, I'm going to read out the blocks you need to build this. So you need the following: you need yellow concrete, lime terracotta, black concrete, green terracotta, yellow terracotta, grey concrete, white concrete, magenta terracotta, stone brick slabs, yellow wall, red wall, quartz slabs, red carpet, cobblestone walls, and also some levers. So if you want to grab them blocks into your inventory, that'll be great, and then we can get straight into building. Now, just like normal, the statue, we're going to start off with the legs. The legs are 12 tall and 8 blocks wide, and we're going to go layer to layer, left to right. So, starting off with the first layer, we're going to grab ourselves our yellow concrete. Again, make sure you identify which one's the concrete and the terracotta. Same with the greens. Make sure you know which one's the lime and which one's the green. So, starting off, we're going to place our first layer, and our first layer consists of 8 yellow concrete. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So again, that is 8 yellow concrete, and that is layer number 1. Now on top of that, we're going to grab ourselves our lime terracotta. Again, bear in mind this is the lighter of the two greens. And we're going to place 2 layers of 8 lime terracotta. So that is the second and the third layer. And as you can see, after every single layer, I'm going to back up, give you guys an opportunity to pause. If you need to do so, please do use that opportunity. It's a really good one. And it means you won't get to the end of the video and realise that you messed up 2 minutes in and have to go and tear it all down, which I hear so many times. So don't be that person. Just make sure to take your time and do it first time. Anyways, continuing now, the fourth layer is going to be 8 black concrete. So again, our fourth layer is 8 black concrete. And on top of that, we're going to do 2 more layers of lime terracotta. So that is our 5th and our 6th layer. So our 5th and our 6th layer is lime terracotta. Now for our 7th layer, we're going to do 8 black concrete. You can probably see a pattern appearing here, so it's like the stripes. And on top of this, we're going to go back to our green, but this time we're using the actual green terracotta rather than lime. We're going to do 2 layers of 8 green terracotta. And then for the third layer, we're going to do 2 green, 4 black concrete, and 2 green. So as you can see, it should currently look like this, and that is your 10th layer. For our 11th layer, we're going to do 2 black concrete, 4 green terracotta, and 2 black concrete. And that brings us to our final layer, which is the 12th layer, where we're going to place 1 black concrete, 6 green terracotta, and 1 black concrete. Once you've done that, that is a 12 by 8, and that is the front side of the legs complete. Again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, please do take your time. Without further ado, let's continue. So what we're going to do now is work on the upper body. The upper body, just like the legs, is 12 tall and 8 wide, and we're going to do it in the exact same fashion, where we go left to right, layer by layer. So starting off with the first layer, we're going to grab ourselves our lime terracotta again, so again the lighter of the 2 greens, and we're going to place 8 lime terracotta. Then what we're going to do, and this is purely just to save time later down the line, on the right side we're going to extend 1 over to the right using yellow, 1 lime, 1 yellow, and 1 lime. So in total that's a 4 block extension to the right, and essentially what this is doing is marking out where the hand goes, or where the arm starts should I say, and it means later on we don't have to come back and figure out where it goes. It's already marked out, ready to go. So again, on the 13th layer, which is the first layer of the body, we have 8 lime terracotta, and then we go 4 blocks to the right using 1 yellow, lime, yellow, and lime. So again, 4 blocks and then 8. Now we're going to ignore this for now. We'll go back to the body, and we're going to work on that for now. We'll come back later on and do the arms then. So what we're going to do for the body is we're going to start off on the left side by building up 11 using lime terracotta. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we do the exact same on the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then go ahead and join them together. Then what we're going to do is in the top left corner, so right here, and the top right corner, we're going to place 1 lime terracotta, and it gives you a shape that looks like this. Now essentially that's a 12 by 8 rectangle and the middle is hollow. In the middle part we're going to go layer by layer, and of course the chest is yellow, so it's stripy. We're going to be using yellow concrete and yellow terracotta, and we're literally just going to go layer by layer. So the second layer, which is the first layer of this pattern, is going to be 6 yellow concrete. On top of that we're going to do 6 yellow terracotta, then 6 yellow concrete, 6 yellow terracotta, and you get the pattern. So it just goes all the way up to the top until the final 2 layers, which I'll show you in a second. So again, it's just yellow terracotta, yellow concrete, yellow terracotta, yellow concrete. So again, a bit boring, but once you get to this yellow terracotta, which is the 4th time, the 4th layer of yellow terracotta, we come to this part here, which is 1 layer left and then 1 half layer. So for these final 2 layers, we're going to place yellow concrete. So of course we have the 6 yellow concrete, and then on top of that we're going to do 4, and it ends up giving you a shape that looks like this. So once you've done that, that is a 12 by 8 rectangle. Again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so, and that is the front side of the body complete. Now we've done that, we're more than ready to move on to the arm, so we're going to head over to the right side. Again, don't worry about the left because we'll come back to that later on. That's going to be in a dynamic pose. So the right arm is 12 by 4, again that's 12 tall, 4 wide. We're going to start off by coming to the 13th layer of the build, going 4 blocks to the right if you haven't already, consisting of 1 yellow, 1 lime, 1 yellow, 1 lime. Now on top of this, for our second layer, we're going to place 4 lime terracotta, and on top of that we're going to cap it off with 4 black concrete. Next we're going to do 3 more layers of lime terracotta, again each layer being 4 wide, and we cap it off once again with 4 black concrete. So just to give you, again, a little heads up of what it should look like, currently we're at the 7th layer, and it looks like this. So that's 2 layers of lime with the yellow, 1 layer of black, 3 layers of lime, 1 layer of black, and then the final 5 layers is going to be lime terracotta, and that will bring us all the way up to the top, to the exact same height as the front side of the body, if you've done it correctly, and that will give you a 12 by 4 rectangle, as you can see here, which is going to be the right arm. So once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. That is the front side of the legs, front side of the body, and the front side of the right arm. So again, the legs are 12 by 8, the body's 12 by 8, and the arm is 12 by 4. Now, as I said, we're going to ignore the left arm for now. What we're in fact going to do is come around to the left side, and we're going to start making it 3D by extending out the side of the body. So we're going to grab ourselves our yellow concrete, and from this yellow concrete here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So essentially, the side of the body is 4 wide. However, the 4th block is right here, as you can see. So that's already done, which means per layer we're only going to be placing 3 blocks. So the first layer, as you can see again, is yellow concrete. On top of this, we're going to place 2 layers of 3 lime terracotta. The 4th layer is going to be 3 black concrete, and on top of that we're going to do 2 layers of 3 lime terracotta. For the next layer, we're going to do 3 black concrete. So again, just backing up so you can see what it looks like so far. And this is at the point now where we transition into using the green terracotta. So again, make sure you switch from the lime to the green. The next 3 layers is going to be 3 blocks of green terracotta on each layer. So that's the first 10 layers complete. For the 11th layer, we're going to place 3 black concrete. And then for the 12th and final layer, we're going to place 1 black concrete and 2 green terracotta. And it ends up giving you something that looks like this. That's 12 by 4, so 12 tall and 4 wide, and that is the left side of the leg. Now, this is where things are slightly different, because normally we'd have the arm here, so it wouldn't really matter, but because this arm on the left side is going to be a dynamic pose, we need to fill this part in, otherwise half of it is going to be exposed. So what we're going to do is just build up 12 blocks using lime terracotta, and we're going to do this for all 3 layers. And what this will do is it will give us a 12 by 4 of lime. It's as simple as that, but again, it needs to be done, otherwise there's going to be a hole in the side when we come to building the arm. So what you now should have is something that's 24 tall and 4 blocks wide, and that is 12 by 4 for the side of the leg and 12 by 4 for the side of the body. So again, that's lime, and then this bottom part is a bit more detailed, but you can pause here if you need to catch up. Now, heading around to the right side, it is indeed the exact same for the side of the legs. So we're going to come around to the side, extend 1, 2, 3 to the right using yellow concrete. And on top of that, we're going to be doing the exact same pattern. So the first 2 layers is going to be 3 lime terracotta. We then do a layer of 3 black concrete, so that's the first 4 layers. The 5th and 6th layer are going to be 3 lime terracotta. We cap it off with a layer of 3 black concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of green terracotta, a layer of black concrete, and then the final layer is 2 green terracotta and 1 black concrete. Now again, that's a 12x4, it looks like this, 12 tall, 4 wide, and if you want to pause, again you're more than welcome. From a side angle, it looks like this, exact same as the left side. Now one thing that isn't the exact same as the left side is the arm, of course, because this side has an arm for now. So what we're going to do is come to the rear side of the arm, and behind this yellow terracotta here, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 backwards using lime, and we're going to do this all the way across, so like this. But then on the 4th and final layer, instead of bringing it back 3 using lime, we're going to bring it back 1 using yellow terracotta, and then 2 lime. So very similar pattern, but instead of 3 lime, again it's 1 yellow and then 2 lime. And from below, once you've done that, it should look something like this. Again, that's a 4x4 square, but most importantly it's just a platform, which means we won't have a hole in the bottom of the hand. Once you've done that, you now come to the side of the arm, and you should have something that looks like this big old L, and it's 12x4, again, it's kind of already lined out, so we're going to be placing 3 blocks per layer, and there's 11 layers remaining. So again, just to recap, it should already be done, but the first layer is going to be 1 lime, 1 yellow, and 2 lime. The second layer is going to be 3 lime, and the third layer is 3 black concrete, so that's the first 3 layers. On top of that, we're going to place 3 layers of lime, cap it off with a layer of black concrete, and then we're going to bring it up to the top using 5 more layers of lime, and it's as simple as that. That is a 12x4, once again, and that is the right side of the arm. So once again, brief opportunity to pause if you need to do so, and once we've done that, we're now ready to move on to the rear side of the body. So if you come around to the rear side, you should see it's looking a bit vague, a bit empty at the moment. That's what we're going to work on now, is fixing that up. So we're going to start on the rear side of the legs first. The rear side of the legs, just like the front side, are indeed a 12x8. However, the exception this time is the left side and the right side are already done. So that's 2 layers, or 2 rows should I say, already done, which means we're only placing 6 blocks per layer, because 6 plus the 2 existing ones gives us our 8 wide, which we're looking for. So starting off at the bottom, essentially what we're doing is linking left to right. So the first layer is going to be 6 yellow concrete, and again should link left side to right side. The second and third layer is going to be 6 lime terracotta, and we're going to cap it off with our 4th layer, which is going to be 6 black concrete. Our 5th and 6th layers are going to be lime terracotta, and our 7th, again, black concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 2 layers of green terracotta, so again, make sure to switch to the darker colour. You'll know at this point whether you've done it wrong, because it won't be different from this, and it will also be different from the side, which meets up right here. For the next layer, we're going to place 1 green terracotta, 4 black concrete, and 1 green terracotta, so it matches up with the exact same as the front side, leaving us with our second to last layer, which is going to be 1 black concrete, 4 green, 1 black concrete, and then the final layer is going to be 6 green terracotta. That is the rear side of the legs, again exact same as the front side, and that is once again a 12x8. Now, moving on to the rear side of the body. I feel like I say this a lot, but it's the same with most FNAF characters because we can't actually see the rear side of the body. We are unfortunately left to guess what it looks like, and because of course we don't want to, we just keep it plain. So what we're doing for the rear side is a 12x8 of lime terracotta. So all we do is we just build up 12. Of course you could count, but I don't really need to because I could just match it up to the front side, the exact same height, because I already know that that is correct. So again, you just build up 12 and you do this all the way across. You should have to do 7 rows in total because the 8th one will already be there from the previous side that we have completed. And once you've done that, that gives you your 12x8 of lime terracotta. Again, looks a bit plain, but otherwise we're adding detail for the sake of adding detail. Now, in terms of the rear side of the arm, what we're going to do is, again, same procedure as the side. It's a 12x4, however the 4th block's already done, so we're just placing 3 blocks per layer. So the second layer is going to be 3 lime terracotta, so again, the first 2 layers are lime. The third layer is 3 black concrete. On top of this, 3 layers of lime, a layer of black concrete, and then 5 layers of lime. That'll bring you all the way up to the top, and once you've done that, again, that's a 12x4 for the rear side of the arm. Now, the final side we're going to do is, of course, the top side. Go ahead and fill that in using lime terracotta, and once you've done that, that's essentially the basic body complete. Now, you may be questioning why we're missing the arm, and again, I'm going to get to that in a second, but before we do that, I'm going to give you guys a brief opportunity to catch up if you need to. If you don't need to, feel free to skip forward in the video about a minute roughly. So what this part entails is I'm going to go to every single section of the statue, give you guys an opportunity to pause and catch up if necessary. So for example, this is the front side of the legs. They're 12 tall and 8 wide. Hopefully at this point you'd be ready to go, so I would continue. Moving on up, we have the front side of the body. Again, that's 12 by 8, and we have the front side of the right arm, which is 12 by 4. Come around to the right side of the leg. Of course, that is a 12 by 4. With the underside of the right hand, which is a 4 by 4, and with the right side of the arm, which is again a 12 by 4. Come around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg, which is a 12 by 4, and with the left side of the body, which is again a 12 by 4. In total, that is a 24 by 4. Come around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, that's a 12 by 8, exact same as the front side. Rear side of the body, again 12 by 8 of lime terracotta, and the rear side of the arm is 12 by 4. The top side, aka the shoulder, or one of them at this point, should be 12 blocks wide and 4 blocks thick, and again is solid lime terracotta. So at this point, everyone should be up to the same point, hopefully. If you have had any issues, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. If things still don't work out, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and help you as much as possible. With that said, we're now ready to move on to the left arm, which is of course going to be in the dynamic pose, so let's begin. What we're going to start off by doing is coming around to the left side of the body, of course. We're going to come to the top left corner and we're going to count over to the right. 1, 2, and on the third block, we're going to place a lime terracotta as a 3D effect. From here, we're going to go down diagonal to left 3 times, so that's 1, 2, and 3. And the final block should overhang the rear side of the statue by 1 block. From the starter block, this one here, we're also going to go down diagonal to right 3 times, so that's 1, 2, and 3, and it should overhang the front side by 2 blocks. Now, from this point, what we're going to do is go back to this point over here, the bottom left corner. We're going to go down diagonal to right 3 times, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to expand over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So over to the side, 5 blocks, sorry, 4, so we'll leave it 4, we'll cut 1 off, because then what we're going to do is expand this one over to right 1 block, and then we're going to link by placing 2 blocks in the middle, so it leaves you with a shape that looks like this. At this point, go ahead and fill the rest in using lime terracotta. So fill in the remaining area, of course we just done the outline, and it gives you a shape like this. Continuing on with the arm, we're going to place a layer of 4 black concrete, so again that's just a strip of 4 black concrete. And then what we're going to do is place 3 strips of 4 lime terracotta. So again, we're kind of just adding on to the end of it. This is the side of the arm. So that is the shape we're using. All we need to do now is make it 4 blocks thick. So the way we do this is we expand 3 blocks outwards, and we do this all the way around the perimeter. Again, making sure that the colours match. So if there's black concrete, use black concrete. If it's lime, use lime. So you just go all the way around the edge of the outline that we've just made, and you're going to bring it forwards 3 blocks. Again, try and do a better job than I'm doing because I'm placing a few not too well, but again it shouldn't be too difficult. It's a bit tedious, it's a bit grindy, but apart from that it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just expanding 3 blocks outwards. Once you've done that, also feel free to link up the black concrete in the middle by using 2, and go ahead and fill the rest of the area in using lime terracotta, because it's pretty much just lime terracotta. With the exception of the front side, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but once you've done that, you should have an arm which looks like this. So again, from the front angle, it expands over the front side of the statue by 7 blocks, and again, if you look at it from a right perspective, it looks like this. From underneath, like this, side on, so left side on, like this, and head on, like this. Again, it expands over the rear side by 1 block, and again the front side by 7. So that's the basic arm. Again, it's 4 blocks wide, and at the end you should have this 4x4 square. So what we're going to do in said 4x4 square is we're going to punch a few blocks out. So starting in the top left corner, we're going to go over to the right one, punch that one out, leave one, and punch a second one. Going back to the left corner, we're going to go down once and twice, and then punch that block out, so that's 3 in total. In each block you've just punched out, feel free to replace with yellow concrete, so that's 3 in total, and now you have the same pattern as you do on the other side. Or again, you can use yellow terracotta, whichever one you used on the other side. I'm actually going to go ahead and change the other one to yellow concrete because it's a bit more bright and a bit more vibrant. But again, make sure it's the exact same as the other arm. So if you're using yellow concrete there, use yellow concrete there. If you're using terracotta there, use terracotta there. It's up to you. Feel free to do whatever you want. So that's the basic arm. What we're going to do now is add the microphone. So to add the microphone, we grab ourselves our grey concrete, we come to the front left corner, and we're going to go in diagonal. From this block, we go up one using grey concrete, we go forwards to the right one, and then back towards us. So we now have a 2x2 of grey concrete. Now on top of this, we're going to place a 2x2x2 cube of black concrete, so we essentially just do 2 layers on top of black concrete. And then what we're going to do is actually bring the grey concrete through the hand, and we're going to replicate the exact same pattern on the bottom side. So we come to the top left corner, go in diagonal, backwards, to the side, forwards. That gives us our 2x2, and it should match up exactly in the same position as the ones on the top. Now underneath this 2x2, we're going to place a 2x2 of stone brick slabs, and what we're then going to do is put a ring around the top of the microphone. So the way we do this is we come to the grey concrete, and on the top of the block, we're going to place 2 slabs on each side. So again, make sure it's on the top half of the block. If it's on the lower half, it will look like this. Doesn't look as good. So make sure it's on the top half. And again, once you've done that, that mic is complete, and it looks like this. So again, just a few angles of the microphone, and hopefully that's simple enough. So yeah, that's the dynamic arm. As you can see, it's the left arm, or I guess it's the character's right arm, but from our perspective, it's the left arm holding up a microphone. Very simple. So with that said, we are now ready to move on to the head. Now the head is very similar to some of the other ones we've done in the FNAF 6 series, in the sense that it's got the joints in the middle, so it's slightly more different than the standard 8x8x8 head. So we're going to start off using our yellow concrete by coming to the front left corner of the body, so this one here. We're going to place 1 yellow concrete, and we're going to expand it forwards 1, 2, 3, and we do the exact same on the right side. However, on the right side we need to count over, because otherwise we wouldn't on the arm. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, place 1 yellow concrete, and again bring it 1, 2, 3 forwards. Now if you've done it correctly, there should be a 6 block gap in between, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and link in the middle, and that will give us an 8x3 rectangle. So again, it's 8 wide, and it overhangs by 3 blocks, as you can see right there. What we're then going to do is come around to the side, and we're going to expand backwards 5 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. And what this means is there'll be a 2 block overhang on the rear side, and we do what we did on the front side, which is join them together by placing 6 blocks in between, and that will give us an 8x2 overhang on the rear side. So again, 8x2 on the rear, 8x3 on the front. So what this gives us is a 9x8 rectangle. So again, it's 9 blocks wide, or 9 blocks thick, and 8 blocks wide. So it looks like this. Again, the sides are longer than the front side. So what we're going to do is, normally we'd work on the front side. We're going to start working on the left and right side first. So starting on the left side, we've already got this first layer. On top of this, starting from the left corner, we're going to place 8 yellow concrete. So it's 1 block shorter, as you can see. Then what we're going to do is grab ourselves our cobblestone wall. Again, going back to the left side, we're going to count 1, 2, and on the 3rd block, we're going to place 1 cobblestone wall. Now, on top of this cobblestone wall, we're going to place 1 lime terracotta. And then we're going to go 2 blocks to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. So it ends up looking something like this. So technically, this layer of lime is our 4th layer of the head. Now on top of this layer, we're going to do 4 more layers. So that's 1, 2, 3, whoops, if I can place the blocks, and 4. And what we now have is a 5 tall by 8 wide area of lime terracotta. Coming back to the original layer of lime, aka the 4th layer of the head, we're going to leave 1 block, and then we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as a 3D effect. And on top of this, we're going to leave 2 blocks on the left side now. We're going to place 5, so 3, 4, 5, and there should be a 1 block gap on this side. So again, this is just a small little 3D effect that we add onto the side, and once you've done that, that's the basic shape complete. In terms of where the eyes are going to be, the eyes are going to come in at the side here. So come to the top right corner, go down one, and then punch out the 2 blocks below it and replace it with yellow concrete or yellow terracotta. Again, either block works. So what we're going to do now is go around to the right side, and we're going to repeat this basically. So it's very simple. Come around to the right side, come to the right corner, and we're going to place yet again 8 yellow concrete, but from the right side to left, so there should be a 1 block gap on the edge. Next, we're going to come back to the right side, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3 to the left, place 1 cobblestone wall, and on top of that, place 1 lime terracotta, 2 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. So 5 to the left, 2 to the right, again it's 8 in total. Now on top of this, just like we did before, we're going to do another 4 layers, so it's going to be a 5 by 8 rectangle. So again, that is 5 tall and 8 wide. What we're then going to do is come to the bottom left corner, and we're going to place again a row of 7 as a 3D effect. And on top of that, we leave 1 block, and then we place 5. So you have a 1 block gap on the left and a 2 block gap on the right. The final step, just like on the other side, come to the top left corner, punch down twice, replace with yellow concrete, and once you've done that, that is the right side of the head complete. And again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Now what we're going to do now is come around to the rear side, and it's essentially again a game of linking everything together. So we've got the first layer already done, that's 8 yellow concrete, and the second layer is the exact same. We're going to place 6 yellow concrete, linking the left side and the right side, giving us 8 in total. For the third layer, we're going to leave it empty, just like at the sides. For the fourth layer, we go ahead and place 6 lime terracotta, again linking left side to right side, and we repeat this 4 more layers until it gives us an 8 by 5, similar to what we have on the left and right side. So, simple as that. The first 2 layers is 8 yellow concrete, leave a 1 block gap, and then we place 5 layers of lime terracotta. So, that's the rear side. Again, if you want to pause, you're more than welcome to do so. And now we're going to start working on the front side of the face. So, coming around to the front side, we now have something that looks like this. What we're going to do is work our way from the top down. So, at the top, we come to the top left corner. We have this lime terracotta. Working over to the right, we're going to place 2 yellow concrete, 2 lime terracotta, and 2 yellow concrete. Underneath this is where the eyes are going to be. We place 1 white concrete, 1 magenta concrete, 2 yellow, 1 magenta, and 1 white concrete. Underneath this, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 1 black concrete, 2 yellow, 1 black, and 1 white. So this is the top 3 layers. Below this, we're going to place 2 layers of 6 lime terracotta, and then we're going to leave the remaining layers empty. So it should currently look something like this. That's a 5 tall by 8 wide area, and then the remaining 3 layers below it are going to be empty. Now, the reason we're leaving them empty is because what we're going to do is on this bottom layer here, which is the equivalent of the 4th layer, we're going to bring it out a layer, so it's an 8 block wide 3D effect, and then we're going to leave 1 block, place 6, leave 1 block, so we've extended it out 2 blocks. On top of this, we're going to leave 1 block, place 6, again using lime terracotta, and then on top of the extra layer, we're going to leave 1, place 1 green terracotta, leave a 2 block gap, 1 green terracotta, so it ends up looking like that. So now we have kind of nostril shapes, as you can see right here. And what this does is it links in perfectly with the left side and the right side, as you can see where we have this kind of gradient shape going all the way around the front side. Now the next step we're going to do is actually go inside the mouth, and we're going to go ahead and fill this area in here, the gap, using any block of your choice. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be covered up, but we just need to make sure it's actually solid. Then what we do is we grab ourselves our red carpet, and we're going to go ahead and place a layer of solid red carpet, filling in the whole area, because this is going to be the inside of the mouth. So again, just filling it in solid red carpet, just a solo layer, like that. And make sure you bring it all the way to the front, minus this one layer at the edge. So in fact, we'll bring it all the way, because what we're going to do is actually add another layer. So we'll leave one block, place 6 yellow concrete, and leave one block. So you now have an extended layer, and this is the layer you're going to leave empty. Now if you've done it correctly, it should match up with the top jaw, like this. And what we're then going to do is grab yourselves your quartz slabs, and on the third and fourth block in the middle, we're going to place a quartz slab on the lower half, and also on the upper half. So that is going to be the teeth. Very simplistic, but again, that's all you need to do. So the lower part of the mouth, covered in red carpet, with the exception of the left block and the right block and this first layer here. Of course, the 2 quartz slabs in the middle on the upper and lower jaw. Now in terms of the actual inside of the mouth on the upper side, we're going to go ahead and place a layer of red wool, so it's the exact same as the lower layer. So what this gives us is a 2 tool area for the inside of the mouth. Again, it's not really that important, but it just is so there isn't a hole inside of the mouth on the top side. Once you filled it in, again, that gives you a solid area of red. What you can also do is you can place this layer here of lime if you want to, and replace it with red so that it matches up with the bottom side. So you can get away with that all the way up until the quartz, as you can see right there. So that's the mouth. Again, not too difficult, hopefully you understand. So the final steps, I guess, is the top side of the head. So what we're going to go ahead and do is grab ourselves our lime terracotta, fill it in. So we've got an 8x8 outline. We're going to go ahead and fill it in first off with our lime. And once we've done that, we're going to add a little 3D effect. So for this 3D effect, we come to the front left corner. We're going to come to the second and third and the 6th and 7th blocks. So aka the blocks above the yellow concrete. We're going to place 2 on either yellow concrete, and then we're going to expand it backwards 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we do this for each one. So it's 4 in total. And what this gives us is 2 8x2 rectangles on top as a 3D effect, as you can see right there. What we're also going to do whilst we're at it is grab ourselves our levers, and on the yellow concrete on the front side, directly below the 3D effect we just placed, we're going to place a lever on each yellow, and that's going to give us our little eyebrows / eyelashes, and that is again just a little touch to make it look a bit more realistic. What we're then going to do for the final thing is grab ourselves our cobblestone wall, come to the top center on the front side, and come to the corner right there, so front right corner, go in 1, and go up 2 using cobblestone walls. So again, just for perspective, we're on the second layer and the 5th block from the left. On top of this, we're going to grab ourselves our yellow wall, and we're going to build up 2 blocks using yellow. We're then going to build to left 1 and bring it back 1 by placing a 2x2, and this gives us a 2x2x2 cube, as you can see right there, and that's the little spiky dangly part coming off the top of his head. I don't really know what to call it, but yeah, it's not ideal the way the cobblestone wall connects to the block here. If I had it my way, it'd be just standard like this, but it can't be 100% perfect, and that's kind of one of the limitations we have when building in Minecraft. Apart from that, not to end on a negative note, that is the statue complete. So what I'm going to do, just like I did before, is I'm going to get rid of my hand, and we're going to have a little fly around of the head, again just to make sure that everyone's up to the same point and ready to go. So, apart from that, again, I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated, and a subscription as well if you haven't already. Again, subscribing is free, and also do make sure to turn on notifications, because YouTube isn't the best at actually notifying you when I upload. So if you want to see my content, don't know why you would, but if you do, then feel free again to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. And again, if you want to stay updated with what I'm doing, follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames. Apart from that, again, I really do hope you enjoyed. The designers of this being _Deadpool_ and RedXPhones, again, will be in the description if you want to go check out RedXPhones DeviantArt. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true,
you let the light